will basically be going through the last year and a half of what they've learned on the recorders. We're going to show you a fun example of what we used to sound like, and sometimes they have a little bit too much fun with that. You'll hear that in a second. And then we're gonna play like we've played after we practice all the skills that it takes to play an instrument like the recorder. So obviously with 5th grade, my goal as their music teacher is to prepare them for 6th grade band, choir, or orchestra. And you're going to hear everything that they are going to explain today to you tonight, and you're going to see everything that they talk about on the slides. So hopefully you can walk away learning a little bit about music yourself through our performance today.
I think they remember what they used to sound like.
Oh, I'm sure you remember how they used to sound like. So, I hope you enjoy their performance. They've been working super hard. And they're going to pretty much take over the entire concert. So, go ahead guys, take it away.
Thank you for coming to our performance tonight. We hope you enjoy it. Today we are going to be going back in time to when we just started playing our recorders to show you how we've gotten to where we are today with playing them.
We've been students now for over 6 years. It is our turn to be the teachers and for all of you to be the students. We are going to show you what we've done with the year and a half while playing our recorders. We're going to start by rewinding all the way back to January of last year when we first started playing recorders. At the time, we didn't know how to play a wind instrument while reading music. The first step was to learn where to put our fingers and how to hold the recorders.
We practiced learning where our fingers go and how to hold the recorder by doing our fingering exercise. When we say thumb, our left thumb covers the back hole in the recorder. The numbers 1 through 6 are the holes where we put our fingers during the fingering exercise. The last hole in the recorder is pinky, which is where we put our pinky finger during the exercise.
We will now demonstrate the fingering exercise. Go, Pastor. Ready, set, go.
Thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pinky.
Again, ready, set, go.
Thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pinky.
After we learned our fingering exercise, we were ready to play our recorders.
We spent many days of playing too loud, not covering the holes all the way, and putting our right hand on top. But over time, we developed the correct skill to play the recorder.
Before we started playing music, we learned what the music staff is. The music staff has 5 lines and 4 spaces. We have a few tricks to know the notes on the music staff. The first one is to know the sentence, every good boy does fine. And those are for the lines, and we know that means E, G, B, D, and F. The second one is to remember the word face, which is for the spaces of F, A, and C, E.
Now we are going to play one of the first things we played last January. On the screen you can see there are open circles which are called whole notes. Those are played for 4 beats. Then in the next music section you see a little rectangle which is a whole rest. You notice we do not play the rest. We count the beats in our head.
There are 2 more things you need to understand before we play this. You'll notice at the beginning of the music there is 4/4. That is called our time signature. That means there are 4 beats in each measure.
Finally, a measure is identified by the vertical lines throughout the music staff. The measure lines separate the song into different sections, which we call measures. Since there are 4 beats in each measure, the time signature is 4/4.
First you will hear us play how you might have heard us play when we first started playing recorders. Then we will play using the experience we've built up over the years.
Okay, so like she said, we are going to play first, like you might have heard them play in January of last year. I tell them not to exaggerate too much, or else you might just leave right now. And then after that, we're going to play it like they would play it now as 5th graders. So here we go. Now we know which way our hands go, we know which fingers toward the holes, we've practiced the whole notes and the whole rest, we know that each of those get 4 beats, we know the notes and how to finger those different notes. So now we're going to play this like 5th graders. Something easy like that in 4th grade when we're just starting to learn the music staff and how to read music. That's something that we would practice just for me to identify that they're able to read the music staff, know what notes those are, and things like that. So let's continue.
So in 4th grade, our curriculum was called Recorder Karate. We played different songs individually at recess for Mr. Allen. He would tell us what we did as well as things we needed to fix. If we made 2 or less mistakes while playing that song, we earned a belt for that song.
There was 10 belts we could pass in 4th grade for recorder karate. The white belt was the easiest, the yellow belt was a little bit harder, and the orange belt was even harder, etc. We're going to be playing the white belt, which is hot cross buns, and the orange belt, which is merrily we roll along. That's what we learned throughout our 4th grade year. I hope you enjoy.
Alright, so we're going to start with our, this again, we're in 4th grade now, so this was their first belt, the first song that they would have to pass, and then raise your recorders in the air and show us your white belt if you earned it. Everybody last year in 4th grade earned it. And again, if they made 3 mistakes while playing this song, then I would say, we didn't get the belt today, go home and practice, and I would tell them exactly what to work on. They would come back the next time and hopefully fix those things, and then if they made 2 mistakes or less, they would earn their belt for that song. So we're going to play the white belt song for you, which is Hot Cross Buns, everybody's favorite song, right? And then we're going to play the orange belt after that, which is Merrily We Roll Along.
In 5th grade, we reviewed everything we learned in 4th grade and started a new curriculum called Recorder Revolutions. Similar to Recorder Karate, but more songs and a little bit more fun.
Recorder Revolutions are a total of 3 packets. We only have to pass the first packet for a recorder grade. If we want to play the second and third recorder packets, we could do so. There is a reward for the people who pass the second and third recorder packets.
Today we are going to play 6 of our 8 songs in our first Recorder Revolutions packet and demonstrate the skills it takes to play these songs.
First, we will play 1.1, which means packet 1, number 1. In this song, there are quarter notes, which are black notes with a stem, and they are played for 1 beat. There are also quarter rest, which are also 1 beat, but we do not play.
Also, in the beginning of 1.1, you would see these long lines with an 8 above it. These are called multi-measure rest. This just means that we will play many measures of rest. We will count 4 whole rests before we begin to play.
The last thing we need to know about this song is the repeat sign. The repeat sign means to go all the way back to the beginning of the song and play through the entire song again.
Like Cameron said, Recorder Revolutions is a little bit more fun. The reason for this is because with Recorder Revolutions, we have background music that plays when we play our songs. You will hear the introduction to this music when we count our rests. After we count our rests, we will start playing. I hope you enjoy B1.
2, which is called Behold. In this song, as you can see that there are quarter notes and quarters, just like in our other songs. In addition, you can see that there are 2 notes connected. They are called eighth notes. You will hear that we play those 2 notes on that one beat, so they sound a little bit faster than quarter notes. We hope you enjoy Behold.
You can see that we are playing quarter notes and eighth notes, but now the notes are on the second space. If you remember from earlier, we used space to find the note names on the spaces. This means that the note name is A. The fingering for A on the quarter is thumb 1 and 2. We hope you enjoy Autopilot.
We'll be playing both A and B in this song. Also, we'll go back to playing quarter notes and whole notes. You'll notice there are more than 8 measures of rest at the beginning.
Shows a new note that we haven't seen tonight. It is on the second line, so we think every good. We know this note is G. We finger this note, thumb 1, 2, and 3 on our recorders.
The student that was supposed to talk right now is absent, so I'll fill in. At the very bottom, you'll see these brackets here. And the first one, we call these our first and our second endings. So what we do is at the very beginning, we're going to start all the way at the top. We'll count those 4 measures of rest, and then we'll play, but we see that repeat sign there. So we're going to play the first line, go to the second line, and then on the third line, we're going to play that first ending. But there's another repeat sign right there. Mrs. Bex. And then we go all the way back to the very beginning. To that other repeat sign. Then we'll play the second line, but then instead of playing the first ending again, we play the second ending. So try to follow along with the music. Again, these are just these basic skills that the students need to know before going to 6th grade. So using really fun music that they can hear and play along with, while also learning these skills that they need to read music. It's very helpful. So enjoy, go on fishing.
Quarter notes, eighth notes, and half notes. You also can see notes on the second and third line as well as the second space. So you'll be hearing us playing B, A, and G with all the different rhythms written in it. We hope you enjoyed the G mix.
Time for the G mix.
I'm sure many of you already know this, but so with the first packet here, what they do is they upload videos using a website called Seesaw. Basically what it is, it's like a student-friendly Facebook page that they can upload videos and I can comment on them. Same thing as what we did in 4th grade. I can say, okay, you made 3 mistakes, so you don't pass this song yet. But if they made 2 mistakes or less, then they would pass. And all of those were graded via the internet. So using our technology with our Chromebooks. So before we continue, we're going to have a quick awards presentation. And these are just a small trophy here to what's the word? Recognize, thank you. To recognize some of the students that either have just all year just given everything that they've had, practiced, showed dedication to practicing their instrument and performing, and then some other students that I've noticed have the award would be for most improved. So some students that may have struggled at the beginning of the year, but they've really been working super hard and have gotten to where they are today. So I'm just going to say your name, and if I say your name, just go ahead and come on forward, and we can clap for each of them. There's more. We're gonna play some songs next that we're going to kind of split up the music, so you're gonna hear more than one part at a time, and they're going to explain that to you.
So throughout our performance so far, you've heard us all play the same thing with the same instrument. But about 2 months ago, Mr. Allen gave students who passed the most songs in Packet 1 the opportunity to play a different type of recorder. These are called the alto recorder and the sopranino recorder.
So in our next song, you're going to hear, like I just said a second ago, you're going to hear the 3 different recorder parts. So you're going to hear the alto recorders, which are bigger instruments. So you're going to hear a lower sounding pitch. And then you're going to hear the normal soprano recorders, which is what they've been playing since 4th grade. And then you'll also hear a little bit of the higher pitch instrument, which is much smaller, and that's the sopranino recorder. So first, we are going to start with Ode to Joy. And what we're going to do is I'm going to let you hear each part separately first, and then we'll finish and hear all of them all together. So we are going to start with the alto recorders. So alto recorders, go ahead and play just a few measures from the very beginning of Ode to Joy. Here we go. 1, 2. Alright, so that's the alto recorder. And next you're going to hear, alto and sopranino recorder, I almost forgot to mention that. Next you're going to hear the top soprano part. So we split up the soprano recorders into the top and the bottom. Oh boy. There's Mr. Allen and Mrs. Allen. Puppy Allen and Kitten Allen. Gotta hire somebody else next year. No, I'm just kidding. By the way, thank you, real quick. Thank you, Mrs. Bex, for helping run the PowerPoint today. And then also, Mrs. Foster is running sound over here today. So thank you both. Perfect time to give some shout outs there. All right, so next, so we already heard the alto and the sopranino recorders for Ode to Joy. Now you're going to hear the top parts of the soprano music. So top soprano recorders, here we go from the beginning. 1, 2. Good, stop there, good. And next you'll hear the bottom soprano recorder, so it's going to be a little bit lower sounding. Here we go, come on. Alright, so now we're going to put all 3 of those together at the same time. They're going to be reading completely different music all together at the same time to create the piece of music that you're about to hear. Here's Ode to Joy.
song we hope to surprise you with. We have worked very hard to put this together with all that will be going on. You will again hear the alto and soprano recorders playing again, along with the 2 other soprano recorder parts. I hope you enjoy Hang On Sloopy.
So we're going to do exactly what we just did. You're going to hear the alto and the soprano part first, and then you'll hear the top soprano and then the bottom soprano, and then we'll put it all together at the end. So here's the altos at the beginning. 1, 2. Good. So you'll hear that throughout the song. And then next you're going to hear the top soprano, which is the melody, the most important part of the song. Here's the top soprano. No offense, no offense. Here we go. 1, 2. Great. And then you're going to hear the bottom soprano, which is the most important part of music. Here we go. Bottom soprano. Covered by tracks. 1, 2. Great, all right, so now we're gonna put all 3 of those together with a little bit of percussion instruments. And again, this is a pretty advanced song for 5th grade, especially with 75 recorders. So I've been very, very impressed with this, and I think you will be too. So we're gonna end our concert with Hang On Sloopy.